Yeah, and Polly's played extremely well outside of our game. He was shooting the ball really, really well going into our game, and then he's continued it after our game. But the big change is Carlton inside. He's been tremendous. You just see him starting to blossom in the new system and different things like that. Last 3 games, he's averaging over 20 points a game, rebounding the ball really well on the offensive end. And he hurt us in the first half in our game in Stores. So we got to do a great job. They're dynamic on the perimeter. They're dynamic in transition, so explosive. Jalen Adams back. Still question if El Tariq will play. It's one of those teams, and if you look at our league, the top 4 teams are the teams that have somewhat remained injury-free, throughout the entire year. I think there's a correlation there, and you look at UConn and what the record is when Jalen Adams is healthy or El Tariq is healthy. It just puts you in a tough spot. But Jalen Adams played the other day, and he was sensational. He really was. And he's one of the best guards in the league. And so we have to do a great job in our transition defense, guarding the basketball, and kind of a new thing, them scoring in the post. So it really adds a third dimension to their offense.
How did Quincy look yesterday?
Well, he got a good workout in, good rehab and all that. So we're gonna, see how he does the next couple of days in practice. He's still not full go even in practice, but he'll do more than he did in the 3 weeks prior to the last game that he played. And we'll see how he does. Because again, the whole thing with him is the ability, how sore it gets afterwards. He's good when he's playing for the most part, but the soreness and then just being in rhythm. It's hard at that position not to practice for 3 weeks and then try to play 4 games, and he's a tough enough kid. And obviously what we do as a coaching staff is whatever the doctors and the trainers say he can do in practice, then we try to do that. And we got to hold him back sometimes because he wants to do more. I think the rest has helped him, and we'll see how he responds this week.
Got a day and a half since Sunday's game. How's the team feeling right now in terms of looking forward to the tournament?
With everybody, you get a kind of a breath of fresh air when you start this. Sometimes you have to take a step back and you look at the big picture of the 18 games that we just played within the league. The 4 NCAA tournament teams we're 0-7 against. The rest of the league we're 8-3. And we got to understand where we're at. Can't be satisfied with that, and know that the most important game is the first game that you play. And so there's always a sense of urgency, but also a great sense of excitement. You look back at a lot of the things that we accomplished, and now you have an opportunity to do something special. But the most important thing that you do is the 40 minutes on Thursday afternoon. So I think our guys will be ready to go. They'll be excited. We were disappointed in how we performed on Sunday. And it's, again, a lot of different factors go into that, but we need to bounce back and play our style of basketball for 40 minutes.
Naturally, all your fans are excited about the prospect of postseason play. What do you feel like you have to do in this tournament to keep that possibility?
Well, there's 3 or 4 postseason tournaments, and we'll have to win a few more games to get into a couple of them, and I think we'd be pretty good in a couple of them right now. You know what I mean? So I think we'll have an opportunity to play in the postseason. With where we're at as a program right now, it's not exactly equal to football, but you have to look at it sometimes in that sense. We're a basketball program, if you compared us to football, that over the last 3 years, our record would have been 1-10. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now we're 7-4. And if we had an opportunity as a football program, I'm not talking about South Florida, I'm just talking in general. It's 7-4 to go to a bowl game, we'd go to a bowl game. So if we have an opportunity to play in the postseason with where we're at as a program, what we have coming back, to build on some success, to continue some momentum, to give the guys another experience that could help them down the road, I think I would be in favor of that. I would be in favor of that. So we'll have to see. You know, and again, that's the next step. We got to concentrate on this step right now, and that's, you know, getting on the court and playing well on Thursday.